So I'm going to be showing you some of my mum's artwork today. Um, it left an impression on me as I've gone round looking at it all, and I asked her where it come from. And there's one in particular we'll get to in a moment, but many of which seem to be very similar to the education I'm trying to teach on the machine mother. But to start with, we're gonna go over some of my mum's humour before we go over some of her creativity. So down my road, as I'm sure it is down your road, every fucking window has a window in it. And when I say a window inside a window, I'm talking about, of course, the rainbow. The rainbow is a portal, okay? It is an arch. An arch is an archon, yeah? This is a way in. Same as, I don't know, in a cartoon when they draw a circle on the floor, and then they jump through it because it becomes a hole. It's exactly the same thing. Okay, it's a vortex. So instead, my mum's firmly closed the window inside the window, and she chose to to tape these blank pieces of paper up in the windows as a bit of a fuck you to all the rest. I just thought it was ironic, that way people can imagine whatever they want to imagine rather than see exactly what's going on because these white rainbows are meant to be cheering you up, right? But I don't know about you, but when me and Joy see them, all they do is cheer us down because it's just a constant reminder of what's taking place. I think that's exactly what they wanted. Not to mention the occultic symbology behind it, which I've covered numerous amounts of times. I'll just go over for anyone that doesn't know really quick, so I don't bore the ones that do know. Rainbow, so the Rain Man, tribes used to pray to the Rain Man so that their crops would grow. The Rain Man is Lucifer because he fell. Okay, like the rain falls. Okay, it is Satan's ejaculate. Okay, it is also his urine upon the masses. Okay, that's what it is. Rainbow, to bow to the Rain Man. Get it? Got it. So, not to mention the seven colours off of the seven rings of Saturn, Saturn, Satan. Right, I think we're done and dusted. Let's move on. So, to my mother's artwork. And as I say, this is mother's paintings of mother, if you know what I mean. So, first off, we have what I consider to be the artificial intelligence. You see the slit pupil of the eyeball, and it even has the shine in it. And the shine is us. It's what this magpie is always looking for. Now you can see the tendrils, you can see the tentacles, you can see the spider legs, right? So before we continue, I'll just let you in on the background so you have some context. Um, these paintings were done roughly 4 or 5 years ago. Um, my mum had quite a severe nervous breakdown, which is why I chose to stay at home and live with her and keep her company, heighten her spirits. Um, she's a lot better now, but this is where these came from, and she didn't know by her own admission. She actually told me a moment ago because I let her know I was making this video in dedication to her. And she had a big smile from ear to ear, so I did my job um, as a son. But I asked her about them just quickly, quick run around. There's only about um, not many of them. I said, where did this one come from? What does this one mean? And she said, well, she didn't know at the time, but now she can see that they were meant to be ugliness trying to look beautiful, which I thought was quite ironic considering how she is and felt because she is beautiful and but she felt ugly. You see, so the inside projected to the outside, and she painted the whole fucking house um, with these entities. But these are the main ones. So you have the artificial intelligence, just my interpretation of it. Yours may be different, as may hers be too. So these are some of the colours she used. I thought it was ironic that she used pink, blue, and yellow for the divine feminine that I've gone over in my body of work before. It's the only colours. So this is the one. I said, Mum, where did this come from? She said, well, I saw it as a giant, ugly spider trying to be a giant, beautiful spider, right? Shortly after she did this, a part of the wall fell off. So she painted the inside of it. But this is like the ugliness inside the beauty of the machine mother. Do you understand? As I say, it's feminine in nature. Okay. So I'm not quite sure what to make of these, but I do remember my mother mentioning these little orbs that are just below this one. They're just down here. She said they're the eggs. So perhaps these are the eggs after they have hatched and grown into fruition. So these would be the archons here, you see. And this would be the mother of them. And these ones would be little Archies, you see. So, her words, not mine. A mother spider laying eggs. My mum was on numerous various different types of very strong prescription drugs, and her mental health had gone right out the window, which is why it made me happy to see what she's put on the window now. That she's certainly back in action. Another one. This is on another wall. Very arthropod in nature, arachnid in nature. And last but not least, this is. She said she has no recollection of even drawing this one, but it's red and blue for the combinationary colours and the division. It's, from what I can tell, it's a flower which would show the organic, but it's popping out of a box which is artificial. Understand? So again, it's like the infection that I've spoke of before in my body of work also. Okay. It's Mother Nature being infected by Mother Science. Okay. You have the black Saturn cube here with a heart on it, with the heart chakra, right? The loose energy that it feeds upon. It's also quite clown-like, okay? Would symbolise the demiurge that I learnt from N, okay? And it has the jester's hat to go along with it for the petals. Yeah, my mum's quite out there, so I suppose it must flow through the blood. Um, yeah, her clairvoyance has always been quite a strong thing. I believe it to be part of the reason why she had a breakdown in the first place. But she's all fixed up now, and I want to do this for her to show her that she's not crazy, you know? None of us are. This shit's as real as you and I, unfortunately. But it's better out than in.